Hey there, I'm going to show you how to take these clearance ciabatta rolls that I got at Walmart last month and stuck in my freezer, and we're going to turn them into bacon Gouda breakfast sandwiches. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. Absolutely delicious. We're going to grab some eggs. We're going to get those ciabatta rolls that are still frozen. I'm going to show you how to remedy that. We're going to use some bacon that I have that I need to use up in the fridge. I'm actually going to show you how to cook that in the oven. It makes it super, super easy. And then I have got this smoked Gouda that I need to use. And so we're going to use some of it today in this. So here are those ciabatta rolls that I got for $2.75 on the clearance rack at Walmart. I brought them home. I stuck them in my freezer. I actually got 2 packages of them. Stuck them in my freezer, and this is literally what I knew I wanted to make with them. So we're going to take a sheet pan and put parchment paper on it, and we're going to take this bacon and just spread it out. Ideally, you don't want it overlapping because when it overlaps, it's going to stick, but I ended up making some of it overlap. It's not the end of the world. You're going to bake it and it'll, like, you can crack it apart, break it apart. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to stick it in the oven. I think I put it in at about 350 degrees, and it's going to cook while I am working on this other stuff, okay? So I needed enough for 2 pieces of bacon for each of these sandwiches. Now here are the ciabatta rolls, and they're frozen. I want to thaw them quickly while also heating them up. So I'm going to take them as they are and put them on a cookie sheet with parchment paper and pop them in the oven as well. I put the bacon on the bottom rack and I put those on the top rack because what's on the bottom rack, I have a gas oven. It's going to get hot. So I wanted that bacon crispy, and I didn't want those rolls to get overdone, right? Because we're just trying to heat them up. So I'm going to take my cast iron skillet. I put some olive oil in there. Now, if I was not cooking my bacon in the oven, I could have cooked my bacon here and then used the bacon grease to do the eggs. But I wanted to get all of this going at the same time because I was kind of in a hurry. So I just opted to do the eggs in olive oil on the stovetop. I do like to put a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt on my eggs. I will tell you, I'm more of an over medium girl than I don't like runny eggs. Now, the majority of the people in my house like runny eggs, but if I'm cooking them, this is what you're getting. I'm not the most perfect fried egg maker, okay? But it's enough. It's good enough. It's fine. It's delicious, actually. So our rolls came out of the oven. I've got them sitting there. I need to open them up. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there, but I need to get these other eggs going. So we're going to get the next round of eggs going. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm so sorry. Somebody is like blowing up Messenger, and I know you keep hearing those dings, and I don't want to re-record this. So here we are. All right, now back to the ciabatta rolls. Now that they are like nice and thawed on the outside, I need to cut them open and see how they are on the inside. I'm just kind of letting them sit there and rest for a minute. I also had this salami in the fridge that was left over from some Italian sandwiches that we had made. And Lenny was like, ooh, add these to our sandwiches. Okay, great. So I just fried them up a little bit. I will tell you, he's more of the fancy breakfast maker. This is usually his task in the mornings, but I just did it. So, he would have probably elevated all of this even more, but we just lightly fried those in that leftover olive oil. So now I'm opening up these ciabatta rolls and I'm noticing that they're kind of still gummy in the middle and cold in the middle. So I want to cut them open, and then I'm going to place them back in the oven so that they can continue to warm up. Now, an alternate thing that I could have done, there's that bacon. Doesn't it look good? And you're going to thank yourself for putting it on parchment paper because it's going to make the cleanup so much easier. If I felt like going the extra mile, I would have taken those ciabatta rolls, and in that leftover grease that was in the cast iron skillet, I would have lightly fried the bread in there, like toasting it a little bit, okay? But I didn't have the energy for that, so I just popped them back in the oven. All right, we're gonna take this Gouda and we're gonna slice up 6 slices there so that we have enough for all of our sandwiches. And now, by this time, these rolls should be ready to go. And I will tell you, the rest of that Gouda, I will find a casserole or other sandwich idea that I can use them on. And I still have another package of these ciabatta rolls in my freezer, so I can get 6 more slices of cheese for sure out of that. All right, so I've just stacked on one plate the eggs, the salami, the cheese, and now I need to bring the bacon over. The rest of that cheese needs to be wrapped in cellophane and put away. Now that kids can smell that breakfast is ready. So actually, part of the reason why I wanted to make breakfast this morning is because I had been out of town for a week when our grandbaby was born, and I just really wanted to, this was like the next day after I'd come home, and I just really wanted to connect with everybody and make breakfast for everybody. I missed them all. So, but now you can see they're all starting. You're going to start to see people coming through the kitchen. They smell the food. They're coming out of their rooms. They're they're making themselves known. They're going to start showing up. All right, there is our eggs, our cheese, and our salami. There are the open ciabatta rolls, and then there's our bacon. See how much it's shriveled up. I like it crispy. Cook it at the desired doneness that you like. Okay, so we're going to take these ciabatta rolls, and we're just going to start layering and stacking this stuff in here. So we've got the cheese, and we're going to do some salami. I personally thought the salami would be weird, but everybody loved it, and it was a great way to use some of that up. Um, Reminds me of fried bologna sandwiches. And this is so much cheaper and so much better for you and so much more flavorful than getting it at. We are huge fans of the bacon Gouda sandwich at Starbucks, but this is better and cheaper. Stay out of the drive-through lines. You could totally make these up and wrap them and put them in the fridge and just pull them out one at a time throughout the next couple of days and heat them up in the microwave, right? So that you kind of have them on hand ready to go. There's that sandwich. Something else that you could do is take a little bit of melted butter and use a brush and kind of brush the top of the roll with it, and it would add another layer of good, fat, delicious, yummy flavor. So there's the sandwich. You could also put it back in the skillet and heat it up a little bit so that that cheese melts and everything just kind of ooze and goos together, or leave it like this. All right. It's really that simple. My family absolutely loved it. I made everybody a sandwich, and there were 6 of them. I didn't eat one, but everybody else did, and they really, really liked it. You could double up on the eggs if you wanted to. You could add other types of meats aside from just the bacon and the salami. You could add lunch meat if you have lunch meat that's going bad. You could make your eggs a little runnier. You do it however you want to do it. They're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. And here come the people, one by one. They're making their way into the kitchen because they are hungry. So I'm gonna finish these up. It's really that easy, guys. All right, so tell me in the comments, would you like to see some video footage of Lenny making breakfast in the mornings? He really is great at taking leftovers, like dinner leftovers from the night before, and figuring out a way to make crazy over the top delicious breakfast stuff. The kids, especially our little kids, they really love when he does that. He's a great little breakfast maker. Would you like to see some videos of him doing that? Would you like to see more breakfast videos? What do you need right now? How can we help you? What can we help you with? Also, don't forget, down below in the description, I'm going to leave my link for Ibotta, which is what I'm using right now to save money and get back money from my grocery shopping trips. So I have a link. When you sign up with my link, you get an instant $5 into your Ibotta account, and I get a little bit as well. And then after 7 days, and once you reach $20, which it's not hard to do, I reached like $58 within a week. Once you reach $20 and it's been 7 days, you can transfer that money. It is cold hard cash that you get, and it goes back into your checking account. You get to transfer it right back over. It's like the 2025 way to get grocery rebates. Seriously, it is not your grandma's couponing. I'm also going to leave a link below to my Fetch link, which will also get you some points, and I think I get some points too. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment below and let us know what we can help you with. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.